Now we shall move on to the first question in the exercise. The first question is, write the following in decimal form and say what kind of decimal expansion each has. So let us take the first bit. Here we need to find the decimal expansion for 36 divided by 100. Since 36 is divided by 100, which has two zeros, we move the decimal point towards the left to two places, that is 0.36. Hence, the decimal expansion of 36 by 100 is equal to 0.36. 0.36 is terminating decimal expansion. Now let us move on to the second bit. Here we need to find the decimal expansion of 1 upon 11, that is 1 is divided by 11. So 11 does not go in 1, so we take 0, as 11 times 0 is 0, the remainder is 1. Since 11 does not go in 1 again, we take a decimal point, so 1 becomes 10. Again 11 does not go in 10, therefore we take a 0, as 11 times 0 is 0, therefore the remainder is 10. Now because of the decimal point, 10 becomes 100. Now 11 goes in 100 9 times, as 11 times 9 is 99, and we have the remainder 1. So because of the decimal point, 1 becomes 10. So 11 does not go in 10 again, so we take a 0, as 11 times 0 is 0, the remainder is 10. So because of the decimal point, 10 becomes 100. 11 goes in 100 9 times, so 11 times 9 is 99, and we are left with remainder 1. So from this division, the process continues as the remainders are repeating. Therefore, the decimal expansion for 1 by 11 is equal to 0.09, 09 and so on, as the digits 0 and 9 are repeating. Therefore, the decimal expansion is non-terminating. But repeating. Now let us move on to the fourth bit. Here we need to find the decimal expansion for 3 upon 13. So we divide 3 with 13. Since 13 does not go in 3, we take 0. So 13 times 0 is 0, and we are left with the remainder 3. 13 does not go in 3 again, so we take a decimal point. 3 becomes 30. And 13 goes in 32 times. So 13 times 2 is 26. And we are left with the remainder 4. So because of the decimal point, 4 becomes 40. 13 goes in 43 times. As 13 times 3 is 39. We are left with remainder 1. 13 does not go in 1. So because of the decimal point, 1 becomes 10. 13 does not go even in 10. So we take 0. 13 times 0 is 0. Therefore, we are left with remainder 10. Because of the decimal point, 10 becomes 100. 13 goes in 100 7 times. As 13 times 7 is 91. We are left with remainder 9. So because of the decimal point, 9 becomes 90. 13 goes in 96 times, as 13 times 6 is 78, and we are left with remainder 12. 13 does not go in 12, and because of the decimal point, 12 becomes 120, and 13 goes in 129 times, as 13 times 9 is 170, and we are left with the remainder 3. Since 13 does not go in 3, and because of the decimal point, 3 becomes 30. So 13 goes in 32 times. 13 times 2 is 26, and we are left over with remainder 4. Because of the decimal point, 4 becomes 40. 13 goes in 43 times. So we have 13 times 3 is 39, and we are left with remainder 1. Because of the decimal point, 1 becomes 10. 13 does not go in 10, therefore we take 0. 13 times 0 is 0. We are left with remainder 10. Since 13 does not go in 10, we take another 0. Because of the decimal point, 10 becomes 100. So 13 goes in 100 7 times. So we have 13 times 7 is 91. We are left with remainder 9. Because of the decimal point, 9 becomes 0. 13 goes in 96 times. So we have 13 times 6 is 78. The remainder is 12. Because of the decimal point, 12 becomes 120. And 13 goes in 129 times. So we have 13 times 9 is 117. And we are left with remainder 3. When we go on solving the process, the remainder repeats itself. Therefore, the digits 230769 are repeating. Hence, the decimal expansion for 3 by 13 is equal to 0.230769 bar. Here, the decimal expansion is non-terminating but repeating. So now let us move on to the fifth bit. Here we need to find the decimal expansion for 2 by 11. So let us divide 2 with 11. So 11 does not go in 2. So we take a 0. 11 times 0 is 0. So the remainder is 2. 11 does not go in 2 again. So we take a decimal point. So 2 becomes 20. 11 goes in 21 times. As 11 times 1 is 11. We are left over with remainder 9. Because of the decimal point, 9 becomes 90. 11 goes in 98 times. As 11 times 8 is 88. Now we are left over with remainder 2. Because of the decimal point, 2 becomes 20. Again 11 goes in 21 times. As 11 times 1 is 11. And we are left over with remainder 9. Because of the decimal point, 9 becomes 90. 11 goes in 98 times. As 11 times 8 is 88. And we have the remainder 2. Doing this process, we go on getting the reminders repeated itself. Therefore, the decimal expansion for 2 by 11 is 0.181818 and so on. That is 2 by 11 is equal to 0.18 bar. Here the decimal expansion is non-terminating but repeating. So now let us move on to the last bit of the question. Here we need to find the decimal expansion for 329 upon 400. That is, we divide 329 with 400. Since 400 does not go in 329, we take 0. 400 times 0 is 0. So the remainder is 329. 400 does not go in 329 again. So we take a decimal point. 329 becomes 3290. It goes in 3298 times. As 400 times 8 is 3200. So here we are left over with remainder 90. Because of the decimal point, 90 becomes 900. 400 goes in 900 2 times. As 400 times 2 is 800. Now we are left over with remainder 100. And because of the decimal point, 100 becomes 1000. And 400 goes in 1000 2 times. As 400 times 2 is 800. The remainder is 200. And because of the decimal point, 200 becomes 1000. 400 goes in 2000 exactly 5 times. As 400 times 5 is 2000. And we are left over with remainder 0. Hence the division stops here. Therefore, the decimal expansion for 329 upon 400 is equal to 0.8225. Here the decimal expansion is terminating.